morning. It's good to be here. I had to tell you, it was very strange walking into the building this morning in October versus in March. But it feels good to be here. We're hoping, obviously, for a long stay in March. But I know it's sounding like a worn-out statement because I think we're all saying the same thing when we get up here, but Big Ten women's basketball is better than ever. Our conference has so much to be excited about coming off of the success of last year. I honestly believe it's easier to win or to be in the Sweet 16 than it is to win the Big Ten championship. As evidence from last year, 4 teams from the Big Ten being in the Sweet 16 and 7 All-Americans returning this year. Of course, at Iowa, the excitement is an all-time high. Season tickets are at an all-time high of being sold right now. Our fan base is ready to come back to Carver Hawkeye Arena, rock it again, and make it one of the hardest places to play in women's basketball in the country. We have a lot to build around with all 5 starters returning. Of course, coming off of a Big Ten championship appearance and a Sweet 16 appearance, and all 5 of those women coming back, including, you may have heard of her, Caitlin Clark. We think she's one of the nation's best. And then, of course, Monica Sinano, who led the country in field goal percentage last year. And our supporting cast is what makes it all work. Kids like Kate Martin, kids like Gabby Marshall and McKenna Warnock. And I think we have a deeper bench than we've ever had.
Thank you, Coach. We'll now open up to questions. Second row.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned her. She's pretty famous now, Caitlin. How has she handled the NIL world, or have you seen her handle the NIL world, the added shame that comes with being one of the best players in the country?
Yeah, she had a tremendous summer. She won her 3rd gold medal with USA Basketball. She was the captain of the under-19 team, the MVP of that team. So she deserves all the accolades that are coming her way. And how has she handled it? Not a bit differently than when she came in as a freshman. I mean, you would not know that there's any more pressure on her by the way she acts in practice or around the team. The NIL is something, yeah, that she is dealing with, but I think she has a great supportive team around her to help her with that situation. And we're proud of the fact that one of our players is so sought after for the NIL. We think that's a tremendous thing for our program. I mean, you know, in Iowa, we always say there's no pro sports. And so the Iowa Hawkeyes are a big deal. And when you're a big deal, you get great attendance. Last year, or 2 years ago, we were 9th best attended team in the United States. But also, it gives you opportunities for things that will help you with the NIL.
Hey Lisa, John Bonenkamp from HawkeyeNation.com. You talk about Monica and the way she's played the last couple of years. Who's going to kind of back her up now with Sharon Goodman being injured? What do you kind of do in the front court now?
Yeah, Sharon Goodman, that was a big loss in our first practice this year. She unfortunately went down with an ACL tear, and Sharon was playing great. Last year, I mean, she shot 55% from the field. She was a tremendous backup to Monica because she was so strong. And was playing at a better level this year and this summer than last year. So her game had really improved, and I was really expecting big things from Sharon. Obviously, with her now gone for the year, we'll be moving Addie O'Grady, who is a freshman, but is our tallest player on our roster at 6'4". From Denver, Colorado, had a great career there, and she'll be moving into that backup position for Monica.
Additional questions for Coach?
Lisa, Gustafson, Doyle, Clark. What teams across the country would love to have those 3 names at all in their programs? What is Iowa City? What is the University of Iowa? How do you attract those type of players that makes Iowa so such a force every year, not only in the Big Ten, but in the NCAA tournament?
I think there's a lot of things. I think we have an incredible winning tradition with our basketball program, and people want to play for people to win. They also want to play in front of a crowd, and our attendance is tremendous, and they're loud and they're enthusiastic, and they make it a great home court advantage for us. Our players graduate, and that's exciting for the women, but also I think it's the culture of our program. I think it's the, when they come on campus, they feel how much this team cares about each other. Our culture is as strong as it's ever been, and I think that's what attracts people to our program, and also the stability of our coaching staff. I mean, we are the longest serving coaching staff in the Big Ten, and I think that parents respect the stability of that.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for your time this morning. Good luck this season.
Thank you, and go Hawks.